We have just launched a new set of features to NewsWhip Spike that allows you to add contextual notes to the timeline widget and then export and share them along with visual graphs and data so you can help your clients and colleagues to understand what is happening on the timeline of any crisis, event or trend. Timeline, which is available in analysis dashboards, brings public interest and media interest together to give you a full understanding of any crisis, event or trend. To help you get the most out of these new features, I'm going to show you how to use them using an example from a crisis that happened earlier this year. So let's take a look at that crisis in an analysis dashboard in NewsWhip Spike. Here, you can see there are 3 peaks of interest when a crisis evolved for a popular pet food brand. The first peak occurred on December 31st, and with Timeline, you can click into the graph to find out what is driving public interest at any point in time. This shows you all of the articles, and you can even plot an article. This helps you to understand the part it played in overall public interest. Once you have an understanding of what is happening, you can summarize it in a note on Timeline. To add a note, click on the plus icon along the horizontal axis, and you can add a note to explain what has happened on that day. You can add further notes anywhere in the timeline to explain additional peaks and troughs in the timeline graph. You can also add notes to the media interest graph in the same way too. Once you've added your notes, you might want to share the information with a colleague or a client. NewsWhip Spike gives you 3 formats to choose from. If you want to present the visual data along with your timeline notes in a professional and customizable format, use our PowerPoint export. If you want to deep dive into the data and combine it with other data sources, you can export timeline interaction data along with your notes to Excel with a CSV file. And if you want to quickly share an overview of the situation, use our PNG export. This gives you 3 options for an image: just the public interest chart, just the media chart, or both charts together in the same image. So let's take a look at how they look. This is a PowerPoint export giving you both graphs along with your timeline notes in native slides. Here you can edit the data directly, and you can update the visuals to match any PowerPoint theme or custom theme that you've created, like your brand. If you wanted to explore the data further, you can use the Excel file. Here you can see all of the interaction points and your timeline notes included together. And lastly, here is the public interest chart and the media chart together in a PNG image. So that's a brief look at the new features coming to Timeline in NewsWhip Spike today. If you'd like to get started with Timeline, adding notes and exporting for your storytelling, you can get in touch today to see it in action on a demo, or get started by emailing your customer success manager on hello@newswhip.com. Thank you.